welcome everyone to Screen Time with today's Communique. So delighted to have everyone joining us today. We're going to be focusing on a special topic, talking about Juneteenth, all things Juneteenth, and Shop Black at Wright Avenue. So I am so honored to have Ms. Sheila Miles, who is the president of the Wright Avenue Neighborhood Association, as well as Benito. Everyone knows Benito, the founder of Remix Ideas, to talk with us about this collaboration. So first, let's get some introductions going. Miss Miles, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and about your neighborhood?
Thank you. I have lived in the Wright Avenue neighborhood approximately 15 years. Shortly after I moved to the neighborhood, I was elected as president. During my time as president, well, first of all, we have approximately 700 households in the historic Wright Avenue neighborhood. We have approximately 7 or 8 businesses, churches in the neighborhood. We have the largest collection of historic homes in the city, if not within the state. Several years ago, we were recognized as Neighborhood of the Year nationally, where we were given a second place award in the category of social revitalization. And that was based on a movie event that we had, which this year will be 11 or 12 years, where we had an outdoor movie with free concession and free movies. Everything was free. And we had a very good turnout. And it was a way to bring neighbors together in a very good setting. So I'm super excited about this event.
Absolutely. For those who might not be familiar with the Wright Avenue neighborhood, could you tell us, point out one or two buildings or businesses that might be familiar to those watching today?
Well, along the business district, we have K. Hall and Sons, which I think people come from all over the city and the state to on Saturdays for their shrimp broil and their crawfish dinners. And then we have a lot of churches. So we have people coming from other areas into our areas. People always come back home when it's time to go to church.
Absolutely. Such a rich history of the Wright Avenue Neighborhood Association. And so, Mr. Benito, why don't you introduce yourself to our audience and tell us a little bit about yourself and your career path?
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Benito Lubazibwa. I'm originally from Tanzania, Africa. I've been here for a long time. I came to United States to go to university. And then after I graduated, I started my own business. So I've been in business for more than 20 years. But in the last few years, I really try to focus to support Black entrepreneurs. I see that we are missing in the entrepreneur ecosystem. So my strategic intent is really to democratize entrepreneurship so that more Black entrepreneurs, they'll be able to start, grow, and scale their businesses. So we focus in terms of what I call 4 C's. Number 1, knowledge capital. I think we have to teach people how to start and grow their businesses. Knowledge is important. If you don't know how to really run your business, you'll not be able to be successful. But beside knowledge, financial capital is important. We need to access to capital as being a major issue for Black entrepreneurs. Many dreams are dying because people, they don't have money. But if we can support them financially, I think we'll be able to have more Black businesses. Another C is social capital. Sometimes you can have knowledge, you can have money, but sometimes who you know, the network, where the opportunities are. So we are trying really to make sure that people they know the opportunities there. We network with the right people in the marketplace. Another C is hope capital. I think there's an epidemic of hopelessness in our community. People, they feel like, they cannot do it. They feel like to be an entrepreneur, maybe it's not, it's something very difficult. They can see the mountain is too high to climb. And what we are trying to do is to give hope, to say, we are here, we can help you. We are building the runways so they'll be able to fly. And that's what really I'm all about. I'm all about economic development. I'm all about economic empowerment, especially for Black community. I don't have to go back to the history. I think we know how really, enslaved Africa, they came here and lynching, humiliation, extraction of wealth from our community. So our job is really is to see how can we develop ourselves. I know on June 19th, we'll be talking about Juneteenth, but to me, I think slavery did not end in 1865. It just evolved. As long as in our mind we are not free, as long as economically we are not free, we are still have chains. And it's up to us to really to change the situation and create a better system which is equitable for everybody. And that's why I'm working. I'm working at the intersection of equity and justice. And so that's my story.
It's a great story, a phenomenal story, and you are to be commended for all of the work that you are doing now. You have done and you continue to do. So thank you for everything that you do. So when we think about Emancipation Day or Liberation Day, as it is often called, why celebrate or commemorate the holiday in this way with something like Shop Black at Wright Avenue? Why do it during Juneteenth?
Well, I think it's the perfect opportunity while people are in the mindset of thinking back on the past and how to move forward with the future. I think economic development is a perfect opportunity for people to start thinking about how to build the community, how to create jobs for the community, how to build the community in a way where we can leave something for those who are coming behind us. And typically, Juneteenth kind of brings awareness to the mindset of our history. And I think this economic development event will kind of tie into that very well. I'm really excited about it. Not only will it bring awareness to the historic Wright Avenue Business District, but it will also bring vision to people to start thinking about the Wright Avenue Business District as a place where they can build and develop businesses, and a place for the residents who live there to go there and spend money, shop, run into neighbors, and kind of sit down and talk and socialize. And it's the opportunity for us to build our community in a way where we're spending dollars within our community and creating jobs for our community and just circulating the dollars and helping make it a stronger community like other communities, such as on 9th Street, for example. I always kind of think back to the thriving business district that 9th Street once was. There's no reason that the historic Wright Avenue Business District could be the next 9th Street of Little Rock.
Absolutely. And I'm glad that you mentioned that and tying in with the day's activities. There's a full day of activities planned, a full day of events planned. And so why don't you tell us a little bit about what attendees can expect to see and do and hear when they attend this event? Benito,
I, I think this is going to be, first of all, I have to say thank you to Sheila and Wright Avenue Neighborhood Association. When I came with this idea and they were excited, and we have been working great with them. And to me, this is show that our community, we can work together. True development really start, it start from within. And I love the how people, they are excited about the potential of Wright Avenue, the potential of changing the community. So first of all, let me say, we have at least three main goals of that event. Number one, we want to support businesses along Wright Avenue. That's number one. Number two, we want to attract new businesses to come at the Wright Avenue. Number three, we want to build a better environment, ecosystem for businesses, and also change the narrative, because there's a different narrative is told about our neighborhoods. We want to change that. We want to have a different kind of narrative. We want to tell our own story. For a long time, somebody tell about Wright Avenue. Now they'll hear from people from Wright Avenue. In Africa, we say that until the lions have their own historians, history will always be told by the hunters. Yeah. This is time for the lions to tell their history. And Wright Avenue neighborhood, they're lions. They want to change that neighborhood. They want to make sure that that neighborhood is good for people to live there, is good for people to work there, is good for people to do business over there, is good for people who are coming to shop and spend the money in that neighborhood. That's what we are changing. And this is not, is a movement, is not a moment. Mm-hmm. So June 19th is just one day, but we will continue to do other things in that space. So what do you expect next Saturday, June 19th? We expect, first of all, different, of course, there are business over there on the Wright Avenue. We want you to come and support. We'll also have other food vendors who they'll be participate. And other people are selling jewelries and other things, about 12 different vendors. But we have something very unique we'll do in that day. We are putting $10,000 to stimulate business which are based on the Wright Avenue. This is like kind of our own PPP, yes. But it's not paycheck protection program. This is people power program. So this is a different kind of PPP. It's a people power program. So we'll use our own money. I don't know if you can see it.
I can see it, yes.
Can see it? So we
it's upside down.
Upside down, but I can see it.
Upside down, I don't know. Maybe I need to put like this so you can see it can be like that.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So if you come at Wright Avenue, if you spend $10, we'll match that up to $10. So if you buy, let's say, sandwich for $10, you can use our black dollar and buy another sandwich for $10. So just imagine, we want you to spend $10, we'll spend another $10 for you. That's already an impact. If we put $10,000, that's an impact of $20,000 in one day. Just imagine. And the good thing about it, the money, you cannot use black dollar in Walmart or Amazon. You have to use that money in the black community.
Yes.
So that money stay in the black community.
Yes.
That's how we circulate money in our own community. And there's nothing good about using our own currency for that. Right. In the whole United States, we have about 1.6 million black businesses. And most of them, they are just small businesses.
Right.
That's why we need to find a way we can help them to grow and scale so that they can, as businesses, they have a multiplier effect. Not only they can support the founder of the business, but also they can create an employment. They can help economic mobility. And if the founder is a black founder, most of the time he's going to hire people who look like him. So it's going to create employment. So if we bring more business on along Wright Avenue, guess what? our young people in that neighborhood, they'll get jobs.
Right.
They can just work from home and go to work in a business and go back home. And then they'll see somebody look like them run a business. Somebody look like them own the business. Somebody look like them have economic power. That's a powerful message to start changing the way we think, especially for our young people.
You had mentioned, asked about the day of the event. We have people coming and participating to help draw people to the community. We have Arkansas's Hall of Famer and veteran actor, Phyllis Yvonne Stickney, coming to be our host.
Yeah.
And then we have various artists coming, such as Tonya Leeks, Rodney Block, and and several others who are coming.
Nicky Parrish.
Nicky, yeah, I guess I should look. I don't want to miss anybody.
Michael Walker,
Yeah.
Tim Anthony, Buddafly.
Wow.
Yeah. So we have a fun day of activities, a fun day for people to just come to the area and hang out and socialize and get to know neighbors and become familiar with the area as a potential location for a successful business. So we're really excited about this upcoming event.
Yes. And
to add, if I can add something maybe which is important, I think the lynching of George Floyd on May 25th last year show us that we still have a long way to go in terms of really the conditions of racism in this country and the white supremacy. But on our side as Black community, yes, we march. We march, we protest about what happened, we push the society, but also we need to push ourselves. I think now it's time for us to march, in the economic development,
right.
Just have ownership of our own destiny. I think for a long time, our ownership somehow, when we discuss economic development, the white man is sometimes on the center of everything we do. No, we need to be on the center of our economic development. That means we need to define what does it mean to be to build a equitable economic system. What does it mean to have economic system, not this capitalism system we see right now, which is based on greedy, is based on self-interest, is based on accumulation, but we need to have a different system where it's based on humanity first. It's based on how we protect the planet. It's based about, then you talk about profit. Yeah. And I'm glad, I'm working with the Wright Avenue because we are even looking in terms of what asset we have in our community. Because the way we're gonna build our community, it has to take a village. It has to be a collective effort. It cannot be just Sheila, Benito, and other few people. All of us, we have to come and support. And to those people who march during the events of the George Floyd, come and march now with your money on the Wright Avenue. Show us really where you spend your money really matters.
Right.
We need, if you really care about social and economic development, if you really care about equity, if you really care about justice, there's no best place to spend the money than to spend in the Black community.
Exactly.
Because the history shows that we are the one that's been affected more than anybody else. So if you really care, if you are pro-justice, you are pro, development, whatever it is, pro-humanity, show with your money, not with your words. Come and support us June 19th, and not only June 19th, support us from now on, because this is the movement of changing Wright Avenue. After Wright Avenue, we are coming to 12th Street. We are going to other places. We want to change the Black community in the Central Arkansas. That's what we want to do. But it will take us, all of us, to use our talents, our abilities, and our resources in order to achieve. We cannot wait, and this maybe could be my last point. We cannot, right now, these big companies, they are writing checks, but checks will not fix the structural racism. Checks will not fix structural racism. We need to build a different kind of system, because they can write a check today, and tomorrow they are extracting more wealth from us than the money they write from the check they write to us. Yeah. So we need to wake up. You mentioned about we are celebrating Juneteenth. You know, the emancipation is about liberation, but to me, I am cautious about that kind of liberation, because we have not achieved the true liberation. Yeah. If a Black man can walk on the street, you are still worried that the power to be, they can arrest you, they can not arrest you, they can kill you. Yes. Yes. You know, something is not right about that system. Yeah. That means we are not free. And in terms of racism, we have to understand the power of racism we're coming from. It's all about the power they want. It's out of control. But once we have economic power, we can change this equation. And that's what we are trying to bring the true freedom on June 19th.
That is so moving. Yeah. I mean, what better way than to send the message to march, like you said, marching with your money, marching with your dollars, by going and spending them in our community, for sure. And with the Shop Black at Wright Avenue, you're going to get double your money. So, which is going to benefit the entire community. And so when we think about the exact location, Wright Avenue is a long street. And so we think about the event. Where exactly will the event take place?
It will take place on Wright Avenue between Battery Streets and Marshall Streets.
Okay. Any parting words, Benito?
I'll go back to my ancestors in Africa, where we said that if you want to travel fast, travel alone. But if you want to travel far, travel together. This is time, this is the moment for us really to come together and travel together, and together we rise.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And so once again, we want to invite everyone to join the community on Saturday, June 19th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Shop Black at Wright Avenue event. And so, Ms. Miles, Mr. Benito, thank you so much for all that you do, all that you continue to do. And we look forward to seeing you on Saturday, June 19th. And
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.